Yesterday, more than 30 people suffered bizarre reactions to an illegal synthetic drug, which is now available all across the country. Michelle Miller reports.
I can't stand up straight.
It was a bizarre scene. Dozens of people with blank stares stumbling around a Brooklyn neighborhood yesterday.
This is crazy.
Brian Arthur live streamed it on Facebook.
As I'm walking up the block, I see everybody laid out on the floor, and everybody's just stumbling all over the place. It looked like a scene out of a zombie movie.
Emergency workers sent 33 people to area hospitals, saying they appeared to be under the influence of the synthetic drug designed to mimic marijuana. The man-made drug has far more powerful effects. This man says he's used it before.
What K2 does, put you in a world, a delusional world, have your mind spinning, it's mind altering.
My story starts inside the hospital. I woke up strapped down to the bed, memory foggy, eyes swollen, leg hurting, wrist hurting, not knowing exactly what in the hell was going on. Oh, and did I tell you? I was high. I mean, really, really high. Elon Musk, SpaceX, rocket fucking high. I'm laying there strapped to the bed when in walks this nurse and she says, "Mr. Pittman, how are you feeling?" Now listen to me, I know for a fact my lips were moving and words were coming out of my mouth. In my mind, I was countering her question with another saying, "What am I doing here and why am I strapped to the bed?" But the nurse gives me this strange look, giggles, shakes her head, and then walks back out of the room. 10 to 15 minutes pass. I'm still laying there trying to remember what the hell happened to me. Then in walks my boy too. "Nigga, you wilder than a motherfucker. What the fuck kind of shit was you on last night? The whole neighborhood is talking about you." Now, again, in my mind, I was talking to Toot, holding a normal conversation. But based on his reaction, some whole other shit had to be coming out of my mouth. He sucks his teeth. "Nigga, you still high? What kind of shit was you smoking last night?" He then turns around, walks out of the room, heads to the nursing station. Now, I couldn't hear exactly what they were saying out there, but I tell you, everybody at that nursing station, including him, was laughing at me. I'm talking about pointing and laughing at me. Now I'm getting pissed, so I'm wiggling around in the bed, trying to loosen these straps, but they're too tight. Toot walks back into the room with his cell phone in his hand and starts recording me. "Dog, what kind of shit you was smoking, man? These people trying to figure out exactly what the hell you on, dog. You gotta tell somebody, man. It's not right." Again, I start talking. He busts out laughing, puts his phone back in his pocket. He walks out of the room saying, "This is some straight up nigga bullshit. I'm going home." Picture this. About a solid 5 hours pass. I'm still strapped to the bed, and I call the nurse because I gotta pee. This new nurse walks into the room, unstraps me, and as I'm getting up from the bed, something says, "Nigga, you need to run." So I take off running, full speed, out of the room, down the hallway. I get to the exit door and realize that this is not a regular wing of a hospital. I'm banging on the door, trying to get out, and that bitch ain't moving. Now listen to me, I done been in regular hospitals before, and when you're ready to leave, even if you got a bullet in your ass, you can walk up out of there. Now this place I was in was a whole next level type shit. Finally, I calm down for a second, look around, and there's these crazy motherfuckers walking around everywhere. I'm talking about chasing butterflies with invisible nets, petting invisible cats, crazy motherfucker. Now, please, before I go on and tell you any more of this story, understand this is not how I normally behave, but I was high. This security guard comes running down the hallway, full speed. Big motherfucker looked like Dave Bautista. Tattoos all on his neck, arms and shit. And I'm thinking, fuck that. He want this work? I'm about to give him this work. I'm gonna knock his ass out. Take the keys and I'm going home, right? Wrong. I go to swing at this motherfucker and my arm is moving slower than I ever seen my arm move. He grabs me, picks me up like a motherfucking rag doll, got me swinging around. My butt cheeks is hanging out of the back of the hospital gown, and he starts to drag my ass back to the room. Now remember, I told you I had to pee, right? Well, during this process, I get hit in the bladder. Next thing you know, I'm pissing all on the floor, all on myself, and all over Dave Bautista. Look, the lady with the invisible net that was trying to catch butterflies, this bitch is laughing at me. And the motherfucker who had the invisible cat is running around in circles, petting the air. And listen to me when I tell you that Dave Bautista is manhandling me at this point in time. God, was this dude strong. He slams me on the bed, holds me down with one arm, and him and the nurse proceed to strap my black ass down to the bed again. Now listen to me, the whole time I'm talking to his ass, saying, look, man, I'm sorry, I'm just scared, I don't know where I'm at, can someone tell me what the hell is going on? But nobody replies. And now I'm really fucked up in the head because nobody is talking to me. I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'm mute, my voice isn't working, I got some other type shit going on, right? About an hour or so, I pass out. And listen to me, when I wake up, it's dark outside. I'm just laying in the bed trying to figure out what the hell has happened to me. I would say I stayed up for about 2 or 3 hours, then went back to sleep. The next morning, in walks the very first nurse that I saw. She says, hello, Mr. Pittman. Word is you had a little incident yesterday. Are you feeling better? Now remember, now listen to me, remember, I was high. And by now I done got pissed off because nobody's talking to me, explaining to me what the hell's going on. Every time I tell somebody something, they're either throwing me around or slamming me or laughing at me. So I said, guess what? I'm not saying nothing to none of these bitches. Not a word. She asked me again, Mr. Pittman, I heard you had an incident yesterday. Are you feeling better? And in my mind, I'm not saying a motherfucking word, right? Wrong. Imagine a nurse is standing there staring at me. She starts to panic, runs out of the room, and about 3 minutes later, in walks a psychiatrist, sits down in a chair, and starts talking to me. So you stop communicating, Mr. Pittman. We're trying to figure out what is wrong with you. We've checked your system for drugs, and we've never seen anything like this. We need your help. Do you remember anything from the past 48 hours? Listen to me. Now that I got the doctor in the room, I figured let me give him a piece of my mind. Maybe I can get the hell up out of here, right? I said, nah, I don't remember a damn thing, and I don't appreciate y'all locking me up in this bitch. Ain't nothing wrong with me, man. You got this big ass wannabe Dave Bautista running around this motherfucker tackling people, making me piss on myself. Motherfuckers out there in the hallway chasing invisible butterflies, petting cats. Where the fuck am I and why am I here? Now listen to me, I'm pretty sure not one of you have been strapped down to a bed talking to a psychiatrist, so you can't really understand what I was feeling. But this dude starts to freak me out even more because he's way too calm. He says, that was good, Mr. Pittman, so you are coherent. Coherent? Coherent? Bitch, I've been coherent. Y'all just been around this bitch laughing at me, not helping me, and not fucking talking to me. Tell me what the hell is going on and why I'm here, why I'm here strapped to this bed. Now the doctor looks down at his little stupid clipboard and starts flipping the pages and says, well, sir, I think you're just a little confused and I'm here to try and help you. You know, with that patronizing tone of voice. And then he says, 2 days ago the police brought you here. According to the report, you were outside your neighbor's house at 3 a.m. dancing and singing, and I quote, what these bitches want from a nigga. Now, Mr. Pittman, when your neighbors came outside to check on you, you told them that you were someone named DMX. Do you remember doing that, Mr. Pittman? Oh, hell no, Doc. I wasn't doing no shit like that, man. What are you talking about? He cuts me off. Mr. Pittman, there's more to the story. This scared your neighbors and they called the police. When the police arrived, they tried to assist you and get you back inside your home, and you started to snap your fingers at them. And I quote, Mr. Pittman, you told the police, back up, bitch. I'm Thanos. If I snap my fingers, all you motherfuckers are gonna die. Do you remember saying that, Mr. Pittman? Listen to me. Honestly, at that point in time, I did not remember doing a damn thing that this doctor was talking about. But he goes on and tells me more. Process of the police trying to restrain you. You took off running, trying to hurdle a fence. Your foot got caught, and you landed face first on the ground, knocking yourself out. Do you remember that, Mr. Pittman? Understand, Mr. Pittman, these are the first real words you have spoken since you've been here. Everything else has been incoherent gibberish. Listen to me, Mr. Pittman. According to our on-duty nurse, she asked you how you were doing, and you told her you were a secret agent and your partner was a pit bull named Sugar. Again, guys, I'm sitting there listening to what this man is telling me, and I don't remember saying none of this. But he proceeds to tell me more. Mr. Pittman, according to one of my other nurses, before you took off running down the hallway trying to escape, you told her, I quote, "You big-eyed bitch, I bet your eyelids have stretch marks." Do you remember saying any of this, Mr. Pittman? Do you remember telling that same nurse that her breath smells like the back of an earring? Mr. Pittman, understand, there's either one or two things going on. Either you're having a psychological breakdown at this point, or there's some type of drug in your system that's causing you to behave this way. Now listen to me, y'all. Clearly I smoked some stuff I shouldn't have been smoking, but I don't remember saying anything that doctor repeated, so I decided to deny. I'm not admitting to something that I do not remember. So my reply to the doctor was, man, I ain't say none of that shit. Y'all around here making up stuff. Let me go, man. I just want to go home. We want to let you go home, but we just need to know what you took, Mr. Pittman. Did you smoke something? Did you take a pill? Did you drink something? That's all we need to know, sir. We need to know what you had. Now, hold on. Pause, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what the hell was wrong with this guy. Maybe he done fell and bumped his head, but there was no fucking way that I was about to lay up here and snitch on myself to nobody. And I didn't give a fuck if I did all the shit that he said I did and said all the things that he said I said. There was no way that I was finna lay up here and tell on myself. My reply to him was cold-blooded like Hillary Clinton in front of Congress. Sir, I do not recall what you're talking about. Now, I think he had enough of my bullshit because he smiles at me and says, okay, so you don't recall telling our security guard, Mr. Oliver, the man that you referred to as Dave Bautista, that his daddy was the nigga from Star Wars and making Wookiee sounds, Mr. Pittman. You don't recall doing any of that? Nope, I do not recall doing that. Well, Mr. Pittman, I must say we were all under the impression that you were on some type of drug. Even your friend who came to visit you said he thought that you were on some type of drug. But since you insist on not sharing any information with us, looks like we're going to have to keep you here for a full psychiatric evaluation. After saying that, the doctor looks at me, head tilted down, peering over the rim of his glasses with this look on his face like, nigga, keep playing with me and I'm finna lock you the fuck up in here for good. Then he gets up and walks out of the room. Now listen, I know this story sounds wild, but it is, and this is exactly what happened to me. Picture this, I'm there all alone, and for the life of me, I cannot remember what the fuck I did. For real, no joke, I can't remember anything. So for the next hour or so, I lay there, strapped to the bed, watching these crazy people walk down the hallway. Cat lady, butterfly lady. Then this skinny white guy walks up to the door. Never seen him before. He peeps his head in, then quickly pulls it back out. Sticks his hand in the doorway, and this motherfucker starts talking to me with the hand puppet. How are you doing today, Pittman? Are you okay? The doctors and nurses are talking about you. Now, we've all heard the expression, the straw that broke the camel's back, right? Well, this crazy bastard sticking his hand in the doorway, talking like one of the Muppets, it was that straw for me. Thinking to myself, I can't be in here with these crazy ass people. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna tell them to get me the hell out of here. So for the first time, I really try to focus and think. And you know how it is when you wake up from a hangover, how your memory starts to slowly come back to you bit by bit and piece by piece, but none of it's in the proper order. That's exactly what started happening to me. And that's when it hits me. Oh shit, I really was on my neighbor's lawn rapping like DMX. Then I remember the police trying to grab me. One of them putting my black ass in a bear hug, me going completely limp, my body weight dropping on him, the officer falling over, me trying to jump the fence like a cheetah. And that's what's up, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Dog Waters. If you want to hear the rest of this story, head on over to IamDogWaters.com. That is IamDogWaters.com. This is a members only story, but you can sign up for $4.99 a month. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy that, plus the rest of the content that's over there. Again, IamDogWaters.com. Sign up today.